to go a little faster this time and see how that works out for everybody. Okay, so first thing I noticed is that I'm going to change the color of the word about because, on that blue background, it's hard to see, and I want to show you something real quick then. So in the project, I'm going to have my images open, and you'll see here is the image. The cool thing, one of the cool things about all this technology stuff is if I edit right here the color of my font, and then I just literally save this back into the files, it will I go export, quick export it right back into that images folder. I think that's what I had saved it as, and so I will hit save and hit replace. It will just update in there. Okay, and there it is. So that's pretty cool, right? Okay, so I could probably enlarge this to make it a little more visible. You can change the scale here if you wanted. Okay, or you could use these tools over here. Okay, I'm just gonna put it right. It's a little too busy on this background. Maybe my background image isn't the best. Okay, so I'll play around with that later. How about I just, for now, I just want to make this smaller because I want this is mostly about my logo. So I'm gonna just make sure that we can see the logo. Okay, I'm just gonna get this out of the way until I decide to change this image later. Okay, now, okay, so on this image, we're gonna select this. We need to animate it, we need a few things. Okay, in the assets folder, we are eventually gonna make, we're gonna need this animations folder. So I'm gonna control click and say create folder. We're gonna make an animation folder. So I'm gonna put stuff inside there in a bit. So on this title image, select it again. You can see that I have the title image selected. We need what's known as an animator. Okay, so we need an animator. Okay, there's three things with the animator, with animation you need in Unity. You need an animator controller, and then the animations themselves. Yes, there's three things. Maybe I'll just keep repeating that. You need an animator, you need an animator controller, and then you need the individual animations. Okay, so let's do that right now. So in this folder here, I'm gonna right click and we're gonna create the animator controller. So we go to this tab here, animation, and we need this one here, animation controller. And I'm gonna say title controller. Okay, this is the controller for this title image. Okay, and so you just simply take that, you select this image, and this animator gets the controller right there. So you just drag this into there. Okay, now what's cool is you can see right here there's this animator window that pops up, and you'll see that it has some little buttons or little things here, some information about this. And we don't have any animations yet. So, but when you have this selected and you have this selected with an animator on it, we can now create an animation. Okay, so let's do that. We're gonna click this button here in our animation window. Let's just pretend you don't have this animation window open. How can we find that? We can go window, animation, and we're gonna open this animation window back. If you wanna put it where it was before, you could just slide that down. You could move your panels around, right? So now we're gonna create this, hit create, and in the animation folder, we're gonna call this title blink, okay? Title blink, okay? And there we go. And so now we have this like empty spot that we could put things in there, and we're gonna actually just get the other images of our logo and put them in there. So we're gonna click one, I'm gonna hold shift and click all three of these and drag them on there. I could have went one at a time. If you were having trouble selecting multiple at once, you can go like that, you can go like that, whoops, okay, and there. And if you push play, you'll see that's what it's gonna kind of look like when we play it. Let's push play in our game and see what happens. Okay, it's already blinking. So we don't want it to be blinking right away, do we? We want to select the title image. We're going to open up our animator, and you'll notice that when we created an animation, it went right to there. We're to title blink. So we need one that just says idle when it's just sitting at the first frame. So we need to create yet another animation. So let's select this. Okay, we're going to go to this little arrow right there, and we're going to create a new clip, and we're going to call it title idle. Okay, when it's, we want to put it in the animations folder. Title, we have title blink, we have title idle. Okay, and title idle is going to have this, it's just going to be the first, right here, let's drag that in there. So that animation for title idle is just that first frame, and you could go from animation to animation, and it's just showing whatever animations live in the animator of this object right there. Okay, so we have a blink and we have an idle. Okay, so, but what's cool is right now though, it's starting at blink. Well, we could change all of this. We could change title blink. I'm gonna rearrange things. Basically, I'm rearranging right now. I'm gonna go title idle, and I'm gonna change this just to idle. And then I'm gonna change this one to blink. Whoops, hit blink. And there's different ways you could change it. You can click here and select your animation, or you can go right from here and drag them in there. So now, the reason why I rearranged them, I didn't explain this, I guess, is on the entry, when you enter the game, it's gonna go directly along to this arrow and play this one, whatever is here. And right now the idle is there, so it's just gonna play there. Okay, so it's just playing that. So we're gonna need code to make it go to this one. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the video now, and then in the next video we will write code that when we click, it will jump to play this animation right here instead. Okay, so go ahead and have fun setting up your animator, controller, and animation. Have fun.